back to my channel. My name is Daisy Daniel. I'm a personal resilience life coach going on a personal journey to grow out my gray hair, get fit, do intermittent fasting, eat healthier. I have a playlist on that on YouTube. I'm also a teacher, so I have a playlist for teachers, my personal reflections of being a teacher. Many more different playlists coming your way. But today is month number 11 of me growing out my gray hair. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Yes. I am now 1/3 of the way done letting it grow to the length I have now. I thought it was going to take me 2 years. Folks, you're not getting rid of me anytime soon because this process is going to take me 3 years. Because look, over here, 1/3 of the way is 11 months. I'm only a month away from doing this for a solid year. Very hard to believe, by the way. Okay, this will probably be another third, right? And then the last third. So we're looking at anywhere between 2.5 to 3 years to get the length that I have now. Long journey, but it's worth it. I love it. I've been having a great time. And today I want to share on this topic, which I entitled, Your Hair is Like Tie-Dye. Yes. Have any of you ever done tie-dye? I did tie-dye not long ago with my little sister, and this is the shirt that I did. This was the design we did. But here's the thing with tie-dye. With tie-dye, you never know what's going to come out. You basically get a white shirt or whatever color shirt you end up getting. You have to fold it a certain way according to the pattern, whatever the pattern says. And then after you fold it, you get rubber bands and you have to tie the shirt together like so. You have to mix these paints together with water and different colors. It's actually a lot of fun. You get to be very creative. And your goal is to get the pattern that's in the instructions. They give you different choices and there's different ways you put your rubber bands, and then you start adding the paints, hoping that you get the pattern that you see on the directions. Well, guess what? Your hair is the same way. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is when you start on this journey to let your gray hair grow out, there's no way of you knowing what the final outcome is going to be. The reason I know that is because I have friends that have let their hair grow out gray, and once they're done with the process, they look so different than how I imagined they were going to look like. I could look at my battle scars, right? My wisdom highlights, whatever you want to call your gray hair, silver hair, and say that it's going to look a certain way 3 years from now. But I can't do that. Same way, you can't know what the pattern is going to be on your tie-dye. Once you're done soaking the colors of your tie-dye, you then open up your shirt and it's like a surprise. It's like, ta-da! Nice. Yeah, nice. Hers came out better. But that's okay. I didn't know that it was going to come out looking like this. It is an original piece. Just like your hair. Your hair is original. The patterns in your hair are original. And you can't think or believe you know what it's going to look like before you actually arrive there. So this is what happens. Women get frustrated because they start seeing the hair different colors, just like a tie-dye shirt, you know. And they get frustrated. They want the process to be quicker. And it's not a quick process. Some women will go ahead and get a really short pixie cut, even though they want longer hair, but they want to know what it's going to look like from the get-go as it grows out. And that's great. You could do that. But for those of us who like the longer hair look, we need to be patient and remember that growing out our gray hair is like doing tie-dye. You're not going to know the final pattern until it's all said and done. By the way, these shirts, when you're doing tie-dye, you have to soak it for a certain amount of time. Then you got to put it in clear water, and it's like a whole long process. It's not something that you're done even in one day. The next day is when you see the pattern. And I just want to encourage you to hang on, not be quick to go and chop off your hair if that's not something you want to do. Because then some women have done that and have gotten so depressed because they don't like how it looks. And then now it's too late because you just shaved your hair off or you got a pixie cut that was half an inch long. It is like tie-dye. Don't throw in the towel yet until you see the final look. And even then, you have to give yourself a month to see it color-free, see it for a month, and then decide if you're going to keep it or not. It's a long process. It's not something that's quickly done. All right, so what were my highs this month? This month, as you all know, we are all in a coronavirus pandemic, so we've been stuck at home. So my high this month was that my hair has gotten longer since I last cut it, which was December, and I'm really liking how it's growing out, and I've been loving my hair, the way it looks now that it's a little longer. I had cut about 4 inches off back in December, so I'm personally very happy with the way my hair looks. My low, since I'm not going out in public anywhere, I'm pretty much a recluse these days. I've had no negative comments from anybody. Only myself. One day I was outside and I was near my van. I was putting stuff in there. And I caught a glimpse of my shadow in the window. And then I went over to the mirror of my car. And my ends were so bright and orange. And I thought, oh my goodness, I can't believe my ends are so orange when they're in the sun. But it reminded me of when I used to color my hair, how I was never happy with the color. Didn't matter what color I tried. For some reason, my hair has very strong red tones, and I personally don't want red tones. And I would try different things to not have red tones, but no matter what I did, those red tones eventually within a few weeks were like beaming through my hair, and it would be really bright and orangey looking. Not a color that I felt looked good on me, but now that my natural hair is growing out, I'm really liking just the color of my natural hair, and I was able to compare both in the mirror, and it was a high and a low because I was thankful for the top third, not so much the color of the bottom 2/3. But that's okay because I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not going to chop it all off. If I cut it again, it'll be, maybe up to here. I'm never going to get a pixie cut or shave it. That's just not something I want to do. My epiphany this month was this. I wish I had not dyed my hair when I was 42 years old. I'm 51 now. When I was 42, I had salt and pepper hair, and I went and I dyed it for the first time ever. And once you dye it, that's it. You're going to have that demarcation line forever until you're ready to let your gray hair grow out. That demarcation is going to stay there until it grows out, which, like you're seeing today, for me is going to be almost a 3-year process. That is a pain. So those of you that already have a little bit of gray hair and you're being tempted to dye it or get highlights or do this or do that, just remember, colors that are not washed out, that are semi-permanent or permanent, you will have a demarcation line for a long, long time. And do you want that? Ask yourself, do you want that? If you don't dye it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right, so the quote for today. I don't have gray hair. I have wisdom highlights. Oh, that's so cute. That's actually a Bible verse, not the quote, but the fact that gray hair is associated with wisdom, because that shows that you've lived life long enough to have learned some things. And hopefully you're not repeating those same mistakes you made when you were younger. In Solomon 4:8, it says, but wisdom is the gray hair unto men, and an unspotted life is old age. That's a beautiful verse. So when you look at your silver streaks, your silver hair, say, hey, those are my wisdom highlights. Love that. By the way, going back to when I was 42 and I wish I hadn't dyed my hair, now I'm having second thoughts about that. Because had I never dyed my hair, I would never be doing these awesome videos for you guys. So there, everything works out in the end, people. Everything works out in the end. All right, here's a fact that I didn't know. Maybe you don't know. White people start to gray in their mid-30s. Asians start to gray in their late 30s. And African Americans start to gray in their mid-40s. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Anyway, that is our fact for today. Next month is going to be my 1-year anniversary of growing out my gray hair. So I don't know yet what topic I'm going to cover because it's going to be a celebration. And I need to think about that, what I'm going to do to celebrate my 1-year milestone of growing out my gray hair. Send topics my way that you would like for me to cover because I am going to be doing an outline of all the different topics I'm going to be doing regarding growing out my gray hair. So send me a list of what you would like for me to talk about at the beginning of my little shows here that I do for you. Hopefully you are enjoying this. I know I am. Stay safe out there during this coronavirus. It's really a scary thing. Stay safe, be a blessing where you could be a blessing, and keep yourself busy, have a schedule, keep your mind occupied. Don't watch so much news. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, tell your friends about my channel, and give me a like, share the video if you please. It would certainly help me. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you, and I will see you next year. 1-year celebration! Woo! Bye.